Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for East Los Angeles College Volleyball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Albert Robles. Joined with me today is Cerwin D. Haynes, SID, for your East Los Angeles College Huskies. Cerwin, how are we doing today?
I'm great. How you doing, Albert?
I'm doing great, as well. So, tough past couple of games here for East LA. Coming into this game, losing 2 in a row. Heartbreaking loss to Santa Monica College. And then, of course, an even more crushing defeat to Mount Sac San Antonio College last week. But hopefully a little get-right game here today against the currently winless LA City College Cubs.
Yes, and last week was just a bad week. You got to, hopefully this team has gotten that week out of their system. They lost three straight sets to an unranked Santa Monica Corsairs team. And then they went on the road to Walnut on last Friday. Mount Sac, the Mounties were waiting for them. Huskies with that epic 5-set victory against the Mounties last month. So the Mounties looked like they had that fresh in mind, and the final score shows it as they beat ELAC in 3 straight sets pretty soundly. So Huskies, you got to get the energy back on track that you had a couple weeks ago, maybe even before that. This is a game that basically is a must-win, especially when you got Pasadena City coming in on Friday here in the arena. So the chance for the Huskies to kind of straighten some things out before they face another ranked team in this really deep South Coast Conference.
Absolutely, and I never want to belittle any sort of team, but I would really categorize this as a can't-lose game. I mean, I know LA City is a winless team, but this is a team that you need to come in and just honestly get your win, go home.
Yeah.
I come in, take care of business. Keeping that mindset that you come into play. Don't let their record get in the way and they're like, oh, we need to beat the snot out of them. Because I feel like when you come in with that type of mentality, that's when you make mistakes and that's when you drop sets and drop games sometimes.
Right, and this is an opportunity for them. A lot of times you can tell how they're going to play and how they respond and how they come out in the start of the first set and in that first set and how they respond to whatever challenges in the first set. They didn't respond to the challenges in the first set, and they didn't overcome the mistakes in their first set last week here against Santa Monica. So that'll be something to see how they start and how fast they start, and if they run into any trouble, how fast they can correct their problems in this first set.
Absolutely, and I would say they played hard and they played well against the Corsairs of Santa Monica College, but in the end, Santa Monica, they just came in and overwhelmingly took care of business when they needed to.
They did, and the Huskies didn't have the right type of answer for that. So again, this is a game, chance for them to get back right. Maybe even a chance, depending on how well the Huskies can jump out ahead of them. Maybe they can go up 2-0 in sets. Maybe they can get some burn to their freshmen, because this is a all sophomore starting lineup for the Huskies.
And a very talented and young lineup roster for the Huskies here today. Leading off and serving duty is going to be number 10, Jacqueline Alvarez.
Jacqueline Alvarez is a name we haven't called too much this season. She's getting a chance here. If you're a head coach, Dr. Elliot Walker, you want to see how well the Huskies can avoid self-errors. As the Cubs kind of hit that third hit into the net, so that gives us the first point to the Huskies.
They're looking to play that volley well, but it's mental mistakes like that where East LA will need to capitalize upon.
Right. And see, there's another one here. So you got to get ace there for number 10.
Service ace for Alvarez. Second point of the game for East LA and an early 2-point lead in this first set. Also on the floor for your Huskies, number 2, Stephanie Iglesias. Number 9, Alejandra Larios. Number 8, Caroline Wong. Number 11, Leah Avila.
As the Cubs hit that in the net. Looks like she's trying to get the Huskies off rotation, off balance by using their second hit to get it over, but instead she hits it down into the net.
And rounding off the rotation are now number 12, Rosalia Cazares. Strong attack by the Cubs, sails out of bounds. 4-0 in favor of East LA.
Take a look at the Huskies roster here. Oh, there's another ace. See, this is what we're talking about against a team, we hate to say inferior team, but a team that does not have the record that the Huskies have. Huskies need to start out fast and hot and take care of business and not give this Cubs team any opportunity to think that they can hang with them and stay into it, as we got an early timeout here called by LA City.
And so with that timeout, that's going to take us to our first break. We'll be right back here watching East Los Angeles College volleyball right here live on SportsNetUSA.net. All right, so we're back from the LA City timeout here.
Quick timeouts, feel like.
A little quick timeout. Still East Los Angeles serving. Jacqueline Alvarez with a rare start here for East LA. Serving well so far. 2 service aces so far.
Cheers. Huskies set this one up. And there's a kill there for Roselia Cazares.
Cazares, I think, is probably like the team leader in kills for your Huskies here. Seems like every single, volley we're calling her name.
6-0. Huskies in this first set. We're going to pull up some stats here for Cazares.
Substitution real quickly here for LA City. Number 19, Natalie Monchez coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Strong attack just barely cleared the tape.
And that hit the back inside the back line for a point. Huskies on starting this game, set with a 7-0 run.
And falling in right in that little corner.
So really, this is one of those games where the Huskies just need to stick to their fundamentals. They do that, and they shouldn't. Honestly, they shouldn't have too much of a problem, because we're seeing here that LA City, their front line, so far doesn't have the ability to really go after it with strong kill attempts. So the Huskies should be able to answer any attacks at the net. It's a decent attack there by City.
Especially when you consider the players that East LA has at their front net. Normally Kiara Davis is up there, but currently not starting today, probably giving her some well-earned rest.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have Avila, Cazares, and Iglesias up there, both, like all 3 of them, very capable front of net players.
Yes, Cazares, she averages 4.5 kills per set. She's got a hitting percentage of .318. She's in line for I think she's in line for all conference selection at the end of the season. Strong kill attempt, but it goes out of bounds for the Cubs. So 9-0 now. Huskies leading this first set.
Yeah, number 4, Jessie Huleza put a little too much mustard on that.
And sometimes that's the problem when, as that serve barely cleared the net for the Huskies. Good kill attempt, good recovery by the Cubs, but they hit the third hit into the net. Huskies with their 10 points, 10-0 the score here in this first set. Second set, Cazares and Leah Avila also, you got to think, in line for all conference selections here. Also, you think Kiara Davis, she's leader of the team in blocks. Uh-oh, there's a potential. Are they going to get it over? Not quite, and there's the first point for the Cubs. So we're just talking about not letting the Cubs breathe if you're the Huskies, just playing good fundamentals. They kind of lost track of the ball there on that dig attempt. Got out of position. You see head coach Dr. Elliott Walker coaching from the sideline. Relaxed.
Small mistake there kills the 10-0 run of points for East LA. Huskies on the Cubs on the board. Huskies take service right back.
A good heads-up play there by Leah Vila. The ball wasn't quite over the net, but it was on top far enough where she can hit it cleanly and kill it downward.
Just enough to get that extension without creating a net violation.
Right. And that service goes out of bounds to the right. 11-2 now to score in this first set.
And those types of serves will definitely happen from time to time, but it's definitely something that East LA needs to be able to clean up as we head in towards the weekend.
So you wonder maybe if a couple of Coach Walker's directives is place fundamental, get to your digs, make good net reads, and get the freshmen a chance to get in and get some game tape.
Gazzara serving. Slow arcing serve there.
And that ball hit the floor before the dig attempt.
Great spike there by Leah Avila. Didn't have to do too much with it, just great placement.
As part of the net reads as well, as a good serve there forced the Cubs to hit it back before they were really ready to. Oh, and just couldn't quite get that ball under control off the first hit. The freshman.
Little ill-timed dig there, just not enough. Didn't quite get it up.
Yeah, Alvarez wasn't quite in position there, but this is why you're giving her a chance to get some playing time here.
Alina Morales serving.
And she misjudged that one as it hit the back line for a point for LA City.
That actually was in service ace for Morales.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it hit the back line in. That's what I meant to say.
It was a close one, but definitely enough to make it good. Double hit called on East LA.
See, I mean, it's one thing to want to try and fool the Cubs into placing the ball where they're not, but she's got the ability to really drive the ball downward hard. So make them scramble. See, that wasn't even a great kill attempt, but again, she hit the ball downward and hard, and the Cubs team is showing, making them try to react quick enough to dig it out. They couldn't dig it out in time before it hit the ground. So that's what the Huskies need to do. It's one thing that you want to practice your misdirection, but sometimes hard kills are the best as the serve goes over.
Two substitutions here for East LA. Coming in, number 4, Alejandra Alfaro.
That's just an evil block there by Caroline Wong.
And number 14, Vanessa Vila. And Caroline Wong, like she is not the tallest member of this team, but not the shortest either. She's just like a nice, decent mid-sized player who makes hits just like that. She gets it done.
And sometimes those errant hits where the team doesn't get the third hit over, but instead they end up hitting it over the net on the first hit because they were surprised or weren't ready to control the ball. It'll give the Huskies some opportunities to. It's almost like setting up a pass near the net. There's another one.
Caroline Wong is one of those players who is just capable of exposing you in every which way.
Speaking of which, that's
as is Larios, I think that was there on the hit there. Alfaro continuing service duties.
I think Coach Walker's telling his players to work on something, or else they're going to have some extra practice this week. Ooh, good dig. Good effort there by the Huskies. Almost got caught off guard there.
One thing that I will say that can be tricky when it comes to a little bit of the reads here is, like, clearly LA City doesn't have that much power that they're bringing to the nets. When it comes to these little, like, off-speed attacks, like when you're used to seeing, a lot of velocity coming at you, like, it's really hard to adjust to those slow attacks. Like, a little hard to read them and put a lot more power back into it.
Kind of like if you're used to, I guess a baseball analogy, if you're used to seeing a power pitcher with those hard fastballs, hard curves, and then you end up seeing a pitcher who is more of an off-speed specialist.
Exactly. Like it's one thing to see 99 miles an hour consistently coming at your fastball, but when someone's coming at you with like an 87 mile an hour fastball and then like an 80 changeup, it's hard to make those adjustments right away.
And that's what makes the teams like the Huskies and like the teams in front of them, your Mount Sacs, your Pasadena's, your Rio Hondo leading the conference right now undefeated. Even in Long Beach, who the Huskies beat a couple of weeks ago, because those teams, not only do they have the height and power up front in the front of the net, but they can also implement those trick off-balance hits, soft hits that elude the blocks. And that ball's going to be in.
Line judge all over that call. Another point for LA City. 19-6 our score. Serving for LA City, number 22, Hannah Gonzalez.
Huskies again with a 19-6 lead in this first set. Set the type of tone that they need to against a team that you would think that they'd be expected to beat.
Another strong attack by Wong, but is returned by LA City.
Good job there by City to keep that one alive.
Absolutely. You like to see the effort from those young teams. Attack is out point LA City.
Much to the chagrin of Coach Walker. He thinks he called the shot. He felt the shot was in, but the head linesman here says, nope, it's out, Doc. No question about that one, though. And see, that's another thing that you want to see this team do. If you got a call, that questionable call that goes against you, you know what? On the next play, go ahead and get that point. Make it
that
definitive.
Response.
Yes.
Caroline Wong serving for East LA. 5 points away from taking this first set here today at the E Arena at East Los Angeles College.
Actually, City hit the ball into the net.
Double hit called on the Cubs there.
It's Wong on the service. It's in for the ace.
Just finds the line. Service ace for Caroline Wong. Her first ace of the night.
All you got to do in this game, just get the serve over the net. No, don't give up any points. Don't just give the team. Don't give the team the points here. Just get over the net.
If you're going to give points, you want to make them work it. You don't want to give them easy points and takeaways.
And that kill is inside.
Vanessa Villa there with the kill.
Freshman out of Whittier getting some burn here. Coach Walker is sprinkling in his freshmen in the rotation here. Still most of his starters, which are sophomores. He's sprinkling in the freshman bench players here, which is good. Give them a chance here.
Meanwhile, Cubs rotation is all freshmen.
Well, this is, you know what, this is their first year back in I look to see when the last time they had a volleyball team. LA City basically restarting their athletics program. Started last year with soccer. Now they're expanding into volleyball, women's volleyball, and men's basketball. We'll see men's basketball here early next year.
A quick dump over by East LA finds the floor. That's going to do it for the first set. They take that first set score of 25-7. Dominating first set there by East LA over the Cubs. You know, as you were saying there, Cerwin, you know, it's good, you know, that LA City is kind of rebuilding their program, because I know, you know, for COVID, it definitely impacted a lot of schools. So it's good to see that, you know, smaller colleges, you know, here at the community level, are able to slowly rebuild their colleges, because there are a lot of student athletes who, you know, just want the opportunity to play, potentially go on somewhere else while they're getting their education. So it's great that student athletes are supported regardless of how the programs are doing.
It is, and it's also good as a fellow LACCD school, also just Community College District school, to see another one of our sister schools institute their athletics program, and again, be able to another school within the district that can give those opportunities to student athletes who want to use their athleticism to further their education. So. And I've had people tell me that LA City, back in the old days, they had excellent basketball programs and basketball teams. So this is kind of not sure what happened that caused them to drop their athletics program in previous years. But again, good to see them building it back up.
So with that end of the first set, it's going to take us to another break here. So we'll be right back with more Husky volleyball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. And we're back for the beginning of our second set here at East Los Angeles College. You're watching Husky volleyball right here live on SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Albert Robles. Joined with me today, Cerwin D. Haynes, SID for your East Los Angeles College Huskies. And of course, we do have a change of sides here. So East LA in their whites on the right side of the net, and the LA City Cubs in their reds on the left side of the net. Quick recap: dominating first set for the Huskies. Took that first set score of 25-7, looking to continue that dominance here into this second set.
And again, against a winless team as the Cubs are, we are the Huskies. You know, you're ranked at the top in state rankings, and you're enjoying your best season ever in program history. We need to take this opportunity to work out the kinks. Again, we talked early in the start of the broadcast about how they struggled significantly last week in a major bump in the road last week in their two games, losing both. And so this is a chance for them to straighten some things out before Pasadena City comes in Friday.
And Pasadena City, of course, a always challenging matchup, especially in this very competitive South Coast Conference. Point for East LA, double hit called on the Cubs, so we'll take that first 1-0 lead.
And if you don't get the Cubs, you got to think, man, it kind of has to drag a bit, because that's actually a pretty decent volley by them. You know, you're digging and you're hitting the ball back and forth. You're not giving up the point. All of a sudden, you get hit with a violation.
Absolutely, and for the Cubs, they're going to make those mistakes here and there, clearly as their record shows. But they're still a young, redeveloping team in a rebuild stage, as we clearly discussed with their program. So it's at least good to see from a competitive standpoint that they're able to at least recover and make things a little more interesting and not just lay down, for the Huskies.
We got another freshman here, bench player in a rotation for the Huskies, Vanessa Villa out of Whittier.
Went to California High School. Rosalia Cazares once again.
And she'll come out in exchange for Alvarez, who got the start today.
And it's Alvarez who will take over serving duties here.
Good dig there by the Cubs.
Strong attack by the Huskies there was returned by the Cubs. Looking for another attack. Just sent at the net, rejected by Leah Avila.
It looked like she might have taken the opportunity, an errant hit that was close to maybe getting to a third hit, but again, it was high up in the net. Caught the Cubs kind of napping a bit out of position, and Villa killed it.
Nice quick strike puts the Huskies up 3-1.
One thing we've seen with these serves here by the Huskies, these good serves, is that ball goes backwards. Looks like good recovery by the Cubs just to get it over.
Not sure how the Cubs managed to do that considering all the force that Cazares put behind it.
We got to talk about that serve by Alvarez. It's a serve that really put the Cubs on their heels because the serve kind of line drive to the back line here, the back row, and they kind of had to hit backwards with the ball going straight up in the air, not able to get the ball towards the net to try to set up a proper kill attempt.
So point for East LA, I believe it was a double hit called on LA City.
Number 18, that was Rebecca Cheyenne. Looked like she was gearing up for a strong kill attempt, but instead she hit it into the net.
It just couldn't quite clear it. So like it's mistakes like that the Cubs will be looking to clean up as the time goes over the match.
Over the match, probably also as they continue to build their program and able to recruit continuously after this year. Speaking of recruiting, one of the reasons why the Huskies are enjoying their season, the season that they're enjoying, is because of their roots, their club roots. That ball is in for an ace. I believe that's her third ace of the game.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but I do believe she did have at least two. Alvarez had at least two aces
in the first
set, so that should be her third ace of the night.
So, like we were saying, so the Huskies have planted seeds in some area club teams. It just so happened that last year was actually the first year where the players in those club teams graduated high school and being able to be recruited here by Coach Walker and his team. It looks like there's a double hit there. The Huskies get the point. They're up 10-1 in this. This will be 9-1 in this second set.
Double hit is indeed the violation. Gives an 8-point lead to the Huskies.
And the Cubs call timeout here. We'll talk it over.
A timeout for LA City, so that's going to bring a little break for us as well. You're watching Husky Volleyball live on Sportsnet USA.net. So we're back from our timeout. You're watching Husky Volleyball right here live on SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Albert Robles. Joined with me, Cerwin D. Haynes, SID, for your ELAC Huskies. 9-1 lead here for East LA in our second set.
The Huskies took the first set in dominating fashion. Oh, and that trick hit, I like to call it, when you, on the second hit, you do the two-hand push over the net to get the opposing team napping, and that's exactly what happened, as they weren't prepared to return that kill.
Right in the campfire for the Cubs, unable to do anything about it.
Oh wow, that was a good
Great
that was a strong,
recovery
great
by
recovery.
LA City off a strong attack by Cazares.
And that ball, heads up, Dan. I mean, Dan, I almost called you Dan. Out of habit.
Leah Avila credited with the kill there.
Of course, shout out Dan Godino, called the voice of Huskies. Hopefully, we'll see him at some point down the line here. As
Alvarez
Huskies have an
serving.
11-1 lead here.
Huskies play it off the net, able to do so.
You know, on these kill attempts, the positioning and how close you are to the net is very important, because there's a point there for the Huskies on a kill. But when you're hitting the ball over the net, obviously if the ball hits the net, it changes the trajectory of the ball and the hit. So maybe instead of it going downward or going where you aim it, it changes the trajectory. You don't quite get the force that you want on the kill attempt.
Yeah, Avila credited with the kill there on that last point for East LA. And a service ace here for Alvarez. That should be service ace number 4 of the night for number 10. 12-point lead for East LA.
This is, the ball went backwards, but good effort there by the Cubs to get it over the net. This should be a good kill attempt by the Huskies. Good dig there by the Cubs. See, the Cubs not really able to really set up their attacks at the net, so they have to kind of just hit the ball over two-handed as they're doing here. And there's a kill there.
Leah Avila spikes it right off of number 22, Hannah Gonzalez.
One thing I like to see in this game is how the Huskies can continue to set up the passes to their attackers. And that'll be another ace there.
Service ace number 5.
Because when Pasadena comes in this Friday, Huskies going to need to make the best and the most of their attacking opportunities and in their passing, as we have a timeout here by the Cubs.
So we'll take a quick break ourselves here with this LA City timeout. I'm Albert Robles, with me, Cerwin D. Haynes. You're watching East Los Angeles College Volleyball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. We're back here from our timeout, resuming our second set of the night. Huskies still serving with a 15-1 lead. LA City able to keep that alive.
Alvarez actually doing a really good job on her serves. Her serves are actually putting the Cubs on their heels as they struggle to return, as that kill
Cazares
ate up the block.
Cazares padding the game score as well as her stats here tonight. Strong attack there by the Cubs. Probably one of their best attacks so far tonight. A little looper, like you can kind of see it on the camera there on the line, like it was just going to clear the tape.
Actually
but
caught
East LA
Cazares
unable to handle it.
Cazares kind of got caught off guard. She kind of went after it with one hand, kind of like Super Mario jumped it, but couldn't control the hit.
It was an awkward attack, but you know, if you're LA City, you'll take those points.
Absolutely. Decent serve there by Harris, and that kill attempt hit out, and LA City with consecutive points here in the second set. Huskies lead the match 1-0.
So LA City looking to make a little bit of momentum here in our second set. So a long ways to go if they want a chance of actually coming back. That attack by East LA finds its way inbounds. So a 14-point lead for the Huskies.
It's actually good that Huskies killed that one and got the serve back, because Alina Morales was actually doing a pretty decent job on those serves.
By far one of the strongest servers for LA City that we've seen tonight.
It is a rare kill for the Cubs. That's number 12, Apple Tabalong. Huskies still up big in the second set, 17-4, as that serve goes out. There was a time a long time ago where you could only score off if you were the serving team. I remember asking Doc Walker about that. How long ago was it when that changed?
Cazares serving here, and a service error gives the ball right back to LA City. We also had a substitution for East LA. Coming in, number 15, Caitlin Basenti now on the floor, joining Alvarez, Wong, Iglesias, Avila, and Cazares.
Basenti has seen somewhere between regular and situational minutes on the floor, so many games this season. Oh, is that
strong
kill just
attack by Basenti.
Tabalong kind of hit her in the lips a little bit. Looks like she's okay though.
She's good, indicating to both the personnel that she's good. Like, indicates, yeah, it made contact right there in the jaw. Strong attack, but nice, strong competitor to stay in the game and walk that off.
Yeah.
Alfaro now in the game, libero for East LA.
And what do they call here? City.
So a net violation there by LA City.
20-5, Huskies lead the second set as they're up 1-0 in the match. That did kind of went backwards there for the City, but they were able to get it over. Good block and recovery by City on that strong kill attempt by the Huskies. And again, we have what happened here? Oh, double hit. See, again, you got to think if you're City, hey, listen, we're getting a good volley going. We actually warded off 2 strong kill attempts by the Huskies, but then a double hit gives the point to ELAC. And that's going to be an ace.
Ace for Alfaro.
Well, Huskies doing what they need to do. against a team with the record that the Huskies have against the team with the record that LA City has. They're doing what they need to do, which is take care of business and dominate. So far, so good. They're up 22-5 in this second set, leading 1-0.
That ball goes right into the net, so another point for East LA.
Hannah Gonzalez was trying to line up for a strong kill attempt there, but ball hit into the net. Actually, she kind of started that attack a little far from the net, too.
And the more games and the more sets you play, this young team is only going to, get better at making those judgments.
It looks like was that another two-hander? Yep.
Another double hit for LA City. Probably the most called violation on LA City tonight that I've seen so far. Set point.
They called it again, same player. Glenda Quintanilla. I think that was 3 straight times she got called for a double touch. And the team's coming off the, Huskies win the set. But, you hate to see the young lady because she looks kind of distressed about it on the sideline. And, again, this is a young team, a fresh, a new program. And you want to see them strive. Obviously, we want to see the Huskies win today's game. But, it's good to see that her teammates are encouraging her.
Absolutely, and when it comes to plays like that, East LA, they'll take those points, but there's also, a little bit of, cheapness as it were. You don't want to get the points that way. You'd rather, as a player, you'd rather be the cause of the points. You'd rather get it from a well-placed strike, getting those kills, service aces. Getting those deflections and the ball touches by your opponent. You don't want
a good block that eats up a kill attempt, and those are the points that you want to. Those are the points you want to get. You don't want the opponent just to hand you points off of errors and violations. So obviously the Huskies, you'll take it. Anybody will take it, but
it's just not as satisfactory. But what is satisfactory was a very dominating 25-5 point win here in set 2. So East LA goes up 2-0 so far tonight. We'll be right back for our third, and East LA looking to make it the final set of the night. You're watching East Los Angeles College Volleyball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. We'll be right back. And we're back for what is possibly going to be our third and final set of the night. East LA looking to sweep LA City College on 3 straight sets right here from the Arena at East Los Angeles College in Monterey Park. You're watching Husky Volleyball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Albert Robles, joined with me here tonight, the SID for East LA, Cerwin D. Haynes. And Cerwin, is one thing that you would say that the Huskies have done well so far tonight, given, the very, downtrodden play that they went through these past 2 games before coming into tonight?
Not giving up points. Really limiting their mental errors, particularly on their serves, because if that's the one place where you can just bleed points, particularly to if you're facing a better team, you're going to play a tighter set. You don't want to bleed. You don't want to give up 3, 4, 5 points in a set on service errors. So watching the good service and improved service so far, and not making mental errors at the net, making the Cubs earn it. And there's one of those errors, which the service sails out of bounds for the Huskies. So point goes to the Cubs. Their first lead of any set, the Cubs have 1-0.
Yeah, way to jinx it there, Cerwin. Talking about how they're reducing their service errors, and then boom, they get their second service error of the night.
And the Cubs, well, maybe it was a double jinx, so the Cubs just returned the favor. So we got, let's see, looking in the arena here, looking around, we have the cheer squad here. We have members of ELAC men's basketball here. You have Coach Turner, head coach of women's basketball. We're expecting a big bounce back year for them. We have our superfan Dave, who goes to every single ELAC game. And we're going to need them and everybody to come out this Saturday as Huskies football hosts.
Great volley, and it's Rosalia Cazares with the kill. Lands right at the feet there of Apple Tabalong.
As like I said, the Huskies are going to host Mounties of Mount Sac this Saturday over at Weingart Stadium. Big game. As Huskies here, volleyball look to put the finishing touches and make short work of the Cubs here of LA City. One way that kill attempt ate up the Cubs player there, but she actually did well enough to get the volley the ball and dig the ball up in the air and at least give her teammates a chance to hit it over. But they didn't, so the point goes to the Huskies.
Server Vicente just clears the net.
That ace was definitely net assisted.
Absolutely. If it clears the tape and lands on the other side, it is just as good. So an ace there for Vicente. Getting some nice volleys here between these two teams. LA City clearly making those little, micro adjustments, getting better in their communication. And that's really, like a good leading part for improvement is like, like before you improve like in your hits and your strikes and getting more power there, in order to get to that part, like you need to be able to communicate the positions between, your teammates.
Yeah, that's one of the things about building a foundation for a program, especially a new program, or if you're restarting a program, or if you're a new coach kind of starting from scratch, as Cazares kind of hit that kill attempt into the net. So it's kind of like layering a cake. You have to layer certain elements into your program when you want to really building it up or rebuilding it back up. So getting the communication down part, getting the players to understand the type of system that you want to operate. Good block there. But then the Huskies respond with a kill.
Cazares finishes off at that block. Says, gonna block me once, block this. Substitution for East LA.
And this is Kiara Davis
coming back in.
Yeah, this is Kiara Davis' first action of this game. Expect to probably see more of Coach Walker's bench play in this third set, particularly as the Huskies continue to build up their lead, as they're up 6-2 in this third set here.
Getting some stay fresh reps here. You don't want one of your main starters to sit the entire game. Got to get a little bit of action, just keep things loose.
Huskies give
Kiara Davis punches it over.
But give the Cubs credit. They're not just dying on some of these tough hits over that the Huskies are trying, these kill attempts that the Huskies are trying to hit over the net. They're not just letting the ball eat themselves up completely and dying on it. They're actually volleying and there's a net error. They actually are digging out the ball and giving their teammates a chance to get the second and third hit over. It's just that on those second and third hits, they're basically giving up free balls because they're hitting the ball over two-handed from the middle of their side of the court. So the Huskies then can set the ball up for an even better kill attempt on their follow. Again, hard kill attempt with a good dig by the Cubs. Here we go. Set up.
Kiara Davis touched at the net. Davis with the kill. And before that attack, like there was a very strong attack by the Huskies that went right into the face of number 8, Alina Morales, who had let off with that serve there. Like she, luckily, is not shaking it off and staying alive here. But it was, wow, what an attack that was.
It was. And that's Glenda Quintanilla tried to one-hand that ball over the net. Kind of caught her at a
looks like it just kind of like rolled off the knuckles. Couldn't quite get,
right.
like the direct contact that she needed.
And so we have a timeout here. The Huskies lead 9-3 in this third set. They're up in the match 2-0. As Mario Villegas has joined us. His great camera work, always welcome. We have a lot of his photos included in our recap galleries on our website.
Lots of great photos always available here at East Los Angeles College, showing off the talent and athleticism that a lot of these student athletes bring to the table. So a little quick timeout here in our third set of the night. Huskies with a 9-3 lead, looking to sweep the sets. On the floor for East LA, number 2, Stephanie Iglesias, 15, Jacqueline Becenti, number 10, of course, is Jacqueline Alvarez. We got Kiara Davis and number 13, Heaven Galvez.
And there's a kill for the Cubs. Heaven Galvez.
LA City.
Well, out of Bravo Magnet, 5'7" sophomore. And that ball is out. Good eye there by Caitlin Becenti.
Making an effort for it, but clearly able to make those nice judgments and able to spot where it was going to go.
And again, Huskies, this is an opportunity for them to clean some things up and focus on fundamentals. You hear Coach Walker issuing instructions on body position for his players.
Davis with the attack, rejected.
Becenti tried to kill that one, but instead of landed out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't quite clear the inbound area of the actual net.
Coach Walker will talk to her about body positioning, making sure that on those strikes that you're aiming it inside the line. That serve into the net.
Service error for Apple Tabalong. Another substitution here, number 18, Kayla Holguin, coming in for Alvarez.
Holguin, a freshman out of Mark Keppel. Haven't seen too much of her this season, but again, as the Huskies continue to pile the points up in this third set, as they're up 2 sets to none, expect to see more freshmen able to get some playing time here.
Yeah, getting in that work, see how you work with the rest of the starting rotation. Another point for East LA is that attack from LA City wound up into the net. Alfaro continues to serve for East LA.
She got herself an ace.
Ace for Alfaro. Right into the hands of Tabalong, unable to keep the ball alive for LA City.
Yeah, that dig attempt just kind of died on her hands and went downward. Ball goes out of bounds, pointing to East LA. I actually thought the setup pass there by the Cubs was good. They just couldn't get in position for a good kill attempt. Now we have a timeout here by LA City.
So with that timeout, we're going to take another break ourselves. You're watching East Los Angeles College Volleyball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. All right, so that concludes our little timeout and our break. We're back here with more volleyball live on SportsNetUSA.net. It's Husky Volleyball live from the E-Arena at East Los Angeles College in Monterey Park. I'm Albert Robles, joined by the SID for East LA, Cerwin D. Haynes. That was a service error there for East LA. Gives the ball over to LA City.
Stops a nice little run that Alfaro had on her serves. And Alfaro kind of looks like either Alfaro or Cesares kind of misjudged or made miscommunication on who should have dug that ball out, as the Cubs got themselves a rare service ace here. So 14-7.
That's number 14, Alexis Quattries. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Apologies if I didn't, but a good ace for number 14 of Valley City.
There's a nice kill there by the Huskies. The Cubs couldn't keep that ball from going out of bounds. Galvez, another key bench piece for the Huskies, getting an extended burn here in this third set.
I believe it was Galvez credited with the kill there. Point East LA. Charge with a double hit.
If any one error you could say that's kind of dogged the LA City this game, has been that double hit. That double hit, yes.
Yeah, it looks like, if you recall, there was at least 3 or 4 consecutive double hits that ended the second set. And a disappointing end to that second set for LA City. Like, they weren't going to win that set, but you hate to lose in that fashion.
Yeah.
Like earlier, during our break there, I compared it to making the third out on the running the base. It's
right.
like that's how you lose. Like, you don't want to go out that way.
Or a fielder continuously having throwing errors that allows run after run. And when it's the same player, you end up feeling for that person as well. Like, oh, there's a nice kill there by Kayla Holguin. She's got some height to her. She's 5'10".
Ball touched by one of the Cubs defenders there, lands in bounds.
Yeah, she kind of just ate up that block there.
So first points of the night for Holguin.
And that service sails out of bounds.
10-point lead still for East LA. We've got another substitution. Guadalupe Rodriguez coming in for Heaven Galvez.
Galvez had that kind of winding swing serve and just kind of sailed a little far that time. So now Rodriguez, who's a freshman out of Paramount, now in.
LA City keeping it alive. Little dump over set push there.
Oh, how about that?
Lands.
A nice kill there by Rebecca Cheyenne.
Point for LA City. That landed right at the feet of Vicente.
Cheyenne kind of caught the Huskies out of position, but again, a good kill attempt.
Quintanilla continuing service for the Cubs.
Oh. Looks like Huskies got caught out of rotation. Maybe they weren't ready by the time the Cubs were able to serve, so point goes to LA City.
And so East LA out of rotation.
As Coach Walker got up to kind of get them straightened up.
And it's those types of mistakes that you can't really be making against a team like LA City. Mostly because you shouldn't be making them.
No. At the same time, again, there's a reason why we got some of the bench players are in and getting some burn, because this is a chance for them to kind of iron out those issues in live action. You're talking about bench players like Caleb Vicente. You've got the freshman Rodriguez in. So also Holguin also in. So that's 3 of the 6 that are in right now for the Huskies, either bench players or freshmen.
Ball touched by LA City gives it a 19-10 lead for East LA. Vicente sails it right into the net, so a service error.
Now, with that said about giving your bench players and your freshmen burn here in this set, best believe, though, if the score gets a little too close for Coach Walker's comfort, he's going to put his starters back in.
Yeah, so arguably the best playing so far as in the sets for LA City, and their most points of the night.
Miscommunication there on that. Miscommunication on that dig, but it didn't matter because the kill attempt by Cesares rings true.
Point for Cazares. 20-12, our score, 8-point lead for East LA. Alvarez coming in for Holguin.
And here's our first look at Jasmine Yoshitake in this game, coming in for
Yoshitake
Cesares.
coming in for Cazares.
Also Davis back in. She's a normal starter, but she did not start today. Coach Walker giving her some rest.
So LA City, 12 points with this set so far.
Kind of a rare hit error on a Glacis.
13 points, surpassing their previous total from the 2 previous sets combined. They scored 7 points in the first, 5 points in the second set, 13 points here. So pretty good run right now for LA City, keeping things alive. So Coach Walker trying to get his rotation right there. Yoshitake looking to the bench, making sure she's in the right location.
What happened here?
And that is an out of rotation violation, the one thing that they were looking to avoid.
So you have both Yoshitake's in. You have Jasmine in, who's number 6, and then you have Harmony, who's in at number 16.
So number 6, Jasmine Yoshitake, she's on the back line. Harmony Yoshitake on the front line. Right there at your right of screen, front of the net there with a little pink hair tie.
And there seems to be some confusion between either the players and the referees and Coach Walker. Coach Walker kind of straightening some things out. Maybe he's thinking that maybe the referees might not be catching the rotation. Or maybe they, so.
Looks like we have everything cleared up here, though. Nice recovery there by Yoshitake. And at the net with
nice
the
block.
kill was Alex Quatrez. So LA City within 5 here. 20-15 in favor of East LA. LA City with a service error.
So Coach Walker's just trying to steal some minutes here with his freshman.
So Galvez back in for Rodriguez. And Harmony Yoshitake is serving for East LA. Just need 4 points to close this one out.
And there's one of those points on an ace for Yoshitake.
The service ace for the newly playing Yoshitake.
Both Yoshitake's out of Mark Keppel, freshman.
22 serving 15.
And that serve is into the net.
And follows up her ace with an error. Gives the ball right back to LA City.
LA City.
Also important for Coach Walker to give these freshmen some playing time here when he can, because he may very well need to rely on them in their development as they become sophomores and they continue on the team next year.
That was Gonzalez serving for LA City. LA City Cubs keeping it alive here. Kara Davis strikes. That finds the floor.
23-16, Huskies 2 points away from taking the match.
Substitution for East LA into the match number 2.
Another substitution here. Iglesias coming in for Harmony Yoshitake as Jasmine Yoshitake serves.
As we see some women basketball players joining the stands here. Good dig there.
Vicente strikes and gets the kill.
Huskies a point away from wrapping this one up.
24 serving 16.
A little more competitive and entertaining this third and final set here with LA City, just giving everything they've got here in the set. Just, don't want to take it lying down.
Right. Well, also opportunity for Coach Walker to get his freshmen in that usually don't play much. So he
Serve just clears the tape, but LA City keeps it alive. Galvez, no. City keeps it alive.
And
Point
Quinella
East
hits the ball
LA.
into the net, and that's that. Huskies did what they needed to do, was take care of business and quickly tonight against the upstart Cubs.
So East LA, your Huskies, they defeat the LA City College Cubs in 3 straight sets to get right back into the win column. Very impressive and strong showing here for East LA. Their next match is a big one. It'll be this Friday, 6 o'clock right here from the E-Arena. They're taking on Pasadena City College Lancers. And East LA needs to bring everything they've got to come out with a win on that night.
Well, let's just go over the standings here for the South Coast Conference, because again, a very talented conference. You have 6 teams that, at least last week, they were ranked in the state top 25. And Pasadena City currently in 3rd place, 6-3 in conference, 13-6 overall. Huskies, to get the win tonight, they're currently in 5th place at 6-4 in conference and 18-6 overall. Note, the Huskies, I believe, have yet to have a over 500 record in conference play. So this is actually a good season for them to have the opportunity to achieve that. You got to think with their strong start, if they can do that, that they'll definitely assure themselves a playoff spot for the state playoff picture. But again, they did what they needed to do. They took care of business against a winless team, and they got some burn. They got some game tape in, as you say, for the freshmen and the bench players, and didn't have to burn too much energy from your starters and kind of save them up a bit for the Lancers on Friday.
Absolutely. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. East LA gets the victory, sweeping LA City in 3 straight sets. Next week, they take on, this weekend, on Friday, they'll take on Pasadena City. Next Wednesday, they'll be at LA Harbor. And then next week, Friday, it's Rio Hondo College coming to town, another conference rival who sits at the top.
And just a little asterisk on that Rio Hondo game next Friday. We're still awaiting word. Right now it's listed at 6 p.m., but we believe that game may very well be moved up to 3 p.m. because the East LA Classic is returning to ELAC, as there'll be East LA Classic Garfield Roosevelt will be playing that evening here. So the idea, the thought process is to move the game. That game is currently our game here. Volleyball is current at 6, which would be concurrent with the East LA Classic. So the idea is to move the game up a little early to get to kind of get the game out of the way. So we're still awaiting word. We're thinking that that game's going to end up being at 3 p.m. We're just waiting for confirmation. As soon as we do get that confirmation, we will put it out there on the website. We'll put it out there on all social media. So hopefully you guys are following on social media. We are on IG. We're on Twitter. ELAC Volleyball is on IG. We're very active there, so hopefully you're following. And as far as volleyball goes, we'll see you next Friday. Hopefully, like I said, most likely will be probably at 3 p.m., but we're waiting the confirmation. But hopefully we'll also see you guys here this Saturday for ELAC football, big one as they host the Mounties of Mount Sac. All hands on deck. If you're Huskies listening right now, we need everybody there this Saturday. So Albert will be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, so pay attention, everyone. Like, follow the athletics page for East LA. There will be updates on the Rio Hondo game for next week Friday. This Saturday, for the Huskies, they take on, like I said, the Mounties of Mount Sac right here at Weingart Stadium this Saturday. 6 o'clock is game time. That game will be right here live on SportsNetUSA.net, as will the Rio Hondo game for volleyball. That will also be on SportsNetUSA.net. Time is to be determined. Right now, it's still 6 o'clock, could be 3 o'clock, but pay attention to all the social media, the athletics page for East LA to find the accurate game times for that match. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. For Ed Ford, Cerwin D. Haynes, I'm Albert Robles. You've been watching Husky Volleyball right here live on SportsNetUSA.net.